reading for July 2024. I'm using the Angel Tarot deck here, and because this video had some slight issues getting off started, I've actually dealt some cards. Basically, I started doing the reading and the memory had been used up on the phone because I hadn't emptied the recycle bin. So basically, there's a part of this video that had started already. But I thought we'd go back and do it from the beginning because at least that way nothing's going to get missed. This reading is for those of you of the star sign that is Capricorn. I hope it reaches many of you. I hope it resonates with many of you. It's not going to resonate with everyone. That's just the nature of the beast. But I will be doing other readings as the month goes on, that more general readings, insight into different things, surrounding each star sign. So you might benefit from another video on this channel when it goes out, if you don't benefit from this one. So I would urge you to give the video a thumbs up. It does help me out a lot. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, please do so, and click the notification bell as well. I also have a website called jaredwaters.co.uk where I offer private readings and a whole plethora of other weird and wonderful things for you to read, watch, take a look at, and have some fun with. Some stuff you won't be expecting. There's a lot of video game content, a lot of paranormal content. I love making content, so it's basically kind of my portfolio. But let's get down to the reading. I've drawn 6 cards from the Angel Tarot deck, which is what I'm going to be using primarily this time round to get the information through from Spirit. I work both intuitively and I work with cards. What I tend to find is the cards tend to sort of give me the direction and way the images and senses I pick up from Spirit, and my guides basically show me. They kind of give me a visual representation of that. A stalemate going on in your life at the moment. Now, this stalemate is down to a conflict in relationships between you and another person. I feel that there is perspectives here that are at odds with each other, and what that's basically doing is stopping you from moving forward. Okay? Now, what Spirit are trying to sort of convey to you here is it feels like you've been banging your head against the door to see if it's going to break down, right? But it's quite a heavy door. So this might be a case of having to step back, reanalyze the situation, and find ways around this situation, okay? So for example, if this is a workplace situation, right? Step back, ask yourself, have I gone as far as I can go in this job, right? Am I approaching all aspects the way I should be? Perhaps you've been looking to get a promotion and you keep getting turned down. Maybe there's insight that you can gain from others to perhaps improve your chances, right? That, maybe you're looking at it one way and another person's looking at it the other way, and that's when some conflict is coming in as far as maybe workplace is concerned. If this is a personal relationship now, it doesn't feel like a spousal relationship. This feels like more like family, okay? It could be a spousal relationship, or a partner. If that is the case, then communication is necessary. Communication is key here. And also giving people the benefit of the doubt, okay? If, for example, there's a lot of arguments going on with you and a loved one, right, then try looking at the situation from a different point of view. Try coming at the situation from a different perspective. It may come to a point where you kind of have to focus more on yourself for a while. So literally take a step back from that person, okay, and emotionally withdraw from that situation, maybe to allow cooler heads to prevail. However, because you've got these 2 cards together, you've got, this card here It's basically saying about forgiveness, about, looking at different perspectives at things. Yes, it's choppy waters, but it is a way sort of through it. This is also saying like wishes come true. So this isn't a situation that is beyond salvaging, right? This is, if you can get the best outcome here, right? It is possible. But it might just mean that you have to take a step back and reanalyze what's going on. And sometimes that actually means that we might have to take responsibility for actions that perhaps, right, what I mean by that, I'm just going to clarify this. When I say responsibility, I don't mean blame. Okay, there's two different ways of looking at that. If an action is a result of a mistake that you have made, by admitting that and correcting that, it shows learning, right? It shows understanding. It shows that you're prepared to make changes and make shifts, right? And it's the same, it goes in with the forgiveness element coming in here. But what is your ability to respond to a situation? That is the question to ask. When taking responsibility for the situation that you've been in, you take the accountability to your how you responded to that situation. And if the way in which you responded to that situation was in the negative, by sort of taking a step back and sort of like, how could I have handled that better? And learning from that is what's going to help you move forward, right? So that's kind of the first sort of aspect of things that are coming through here, right? We've actually got two cards in one. I do feel that the situation that Spirit are kind of drawing me to here is quite encompassing, right? I feel like, for example, if it is like you and a partner, for example, then are other stresses getting in your way, right? Do you need to kind of get back to basics a little bit, right? I feel like once you step back, once you've understood sort of the situation, how you've got to this point, right? You kind of need to make a plan, right? But don't be deterred from having help, right? If that, for example, is with this particular example is given here with regards to finances and money, in this card, sorry. Well, if it's sort of like related to finances and money and someone's helping, is going to help you sort of through that, don't feel bad in taking up that help, as long as you don't take advantage and you commit to the fact that when you are back on your feet and perhaps that other person needs help, you are there for them. So as long as you reciprocate the help in which you're given, you're kind of going to be all right with that, right? But I think once you've identified the stalemate, once you've identified, what the situation that you're up against, whether this is a work situation, a family situation, it's a situation that's making a lot of people around you miserable, including you. Once you've started to sort of look into that, you can step back and start to make a plan, right? And remember, the plan's a step by step, right? And you've got to get back to what it is you love, right? So if it's causing rifts between you and your partner, or you and a loved one, or you and your friends, get back to what made that relationship work in the first place, right? So if that is, perhaps there's a lot of debt going on in the household right now, and that's causing a lot of worry, and perhaps you and your partner are not speaking about it or addressing it, but it's coming out in the sense of a lot of bickering, or it's coming out in a lot of frustration between you, a lot of arguments, right? Take some time to get back to the basics of what made the two of you work in the first place, right? Communication is key here, right? Again, I don't feel this is an unsalvageable situation because of this card here is working very much in your favour, right? But I do feel that a lot of external stresses are causing a lot of problems, right? And ultimately, it comes down to the choices we make, right? And how wise these choices are. Sometimes, we have to accept a situation that is, and that might mean swallowing pride, it might mean confronting emotions, it might mean, it could mean a pool plethora of different things. But I feel the more that we come at the situation with humility, the more that you come at this situation with kindness, compassion, and forgiveness in your heart for what got you here in the first place, that is what's going to get you out of this. That's what's going to move you beyond it. You make those right decisions, you're never going to have to face this issue again, right? Because you would have learned that lesson. You would have overcome that obstacle. You would have, you would understand that perhaps things weren't as you initially thought they were. So I'm going to use some moon cards just to kind of give a bit of a full stop to the reading. I like these cards because they're very straight, they're very honest, and they're very poignant as well. So we're going to draw 3 of these. So looking here, we've got just again plans, plans being stifled, getting back to that which we love, right? These two together. Let's take a look what this is saying here then. A personal issue reaches resolution. There you go. You couldn't sort of put it better than that. You feel that you're at a stalemate, getting back to what made you feel, that love in the first place, getting back to that place. If it's with a person, going to spend time, you say, right, okay, for tonight we're going to have a nice romantic dinner, for example, if it's your partner, and you say, right, everything that stresses us is off the table. We do not speak about it, we do not talk about it, we don't think about it, we don't worry about it. We just spend time being us. Right? That is going to help you, first of all. Forgiving yourself and others for what got you in this situation, right? And not being afraid to take help, right? To come out of it. Okay? It's time to release negativity. So you can see, if you've been blaming yourself or blaming others, releasing that blame, right? Not keeping a grudge, letting go, right? Releasing that negativity is going to help you find out who's got your best interest at heart, who hasn't. Release those who don't have your best interest at heart, but don't be afraid to ask for help from those that offer it. Because if you need it right now, it's a good thing to ask for it. Your wishes will come true if you take effective decision making. This situation will not last forever, and the best way out of that situation is literally making plans, stepping out of your comfort zone, and striding basically to get the best from the situation over time. Working with those around you, if you can. If not, use whatever resources you can to empower you. And you will get through this, and it will ultimately be stronger. Thank you, Capricorn. That is your reading for July 2024. I'm Jared Waters. I hope that resonated with you. I hope that's going to offer you some advice and guidance and possibly how to move forward in a situation that has been stifling you lately. So thank you, Capricorn, for coming along for this reading today, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, and see you soon in another video.